door hung open, almost inviting you to enter. The door hung from its top hinge, swaying gently in the rancid air of the abandoned Meridian House. Sarah pressed herself against the cracked hallway wall, her breath misting in the stale chill. The door swung with a maddening rhythm, back and forth, like it had a pulse of its own. She should never have come alone. The house had been empty for 3 years, ever since the Morrison family simply evaporated. No bodies, no struggle. Just the sour, sweet stench that clung to the wallpaper, no matter how much bleach the police had used. Sarah's paranormal investigation channel was hungry for proof, real proof. One viral video could mean the difference between a side hustle and a full-time gig. And the Morrison mystery? Perfect clickbait. She adjusted her camera, its tiny red light winking like an eye. As she edged closer, the door gave a groan, like something exhaling from the other side. She saw then that the bottom hinge hadn't just fallen off, it had been shredded inward, like something wanted out. Sarah's light flickered across the room. What was left of a bedroom was a disheveled tomb, a bed frame stripped bare, dresser drawers spilled like guts across the floor. Above the bed, the real horror waited. Deep scratches dug into the plaster, ragged and raw. They're in the walls. She read the words aloud, her whisper sounding too loud, too alive in the suffocating hush. The silence pressed in around her. Then came the creak. Not from the bedroom, from above. The attic. The door stopped swaying, dead still now. Sarah's pulse thudded in her ears. She pointed her flashlight at the ceiling. The plaster there bulged, like it was breathing. Scratching. It started faint, like nails on paper. Then harder, urgent, clawing. From inside the walls. First the bedroom wall, then the hall, then the ceiling overhead. It moved with her, following her. Sarah stumbled back, camera shaking in her grip. She whispered into the mic, "Is anyone here?" Her words tasted like ashes in her mouth. The scratching multiplied, tiny, frantic scrapes that sounded wet, meaty. And above them, the footsteps began, deliberate, heavy. Coming down the attic stairs she'd seen rotted through when she arrived. She backed into the living room. The air turned sour, sweet, and rotten. She gagged, but the smell had weight. It filled her nostrils, pressed down her throat, lodged behind her eyes. Then she heard it, a voice muffled through the drywall. Multiple voices, overlapping, sobbing, pleading. "Help us, let us out!" The walls pulsed, cracked. Hairline fractures raced along the plaster like veins. A black stain bloomed across the ceiling above her head, spreading fast, dripping something dark and thick onto the hardwood. Something behind the broken door gave a low, wet groan. Then the scratching surged, furious now inside the walls all around her. A shape pressed against the wallpaper, a human face, pushing out from the inside, its mouth opening in a soundless wail before slipping back into the plaster. Sarah's mind fractured. She screamed, turned, bolted for the front door. She didn't look back until she was halfway down the street, her breath ragged, the house looming large as she drove quickly past it. But the door was no longer broken. It stood whole, wide open, and from within, something watched. Later that night, Sarah reviewed the footage from her camera. Her hands trembled as the video played back. Frame by frame, she watched herself approach the door. Then, a shadow slipped behind her, tall and gaunt. She never saw him in the moment, but there he was, following her. "Help us, please help us!" The video cut to static. Then a whisper crackled through her speakers. "You chose to open the door, now you can't close it." And just then, her front door creaked open behind her.